Okay, we're getting straight into this. Here's what we're leaving in 2025. We're not doing this anymore. Okay, straight to the point. Number 1, individualism. Guys, we're gonna have a community mindset this year, okay? Hanging out with people and attending and supporting local community events and being present in the real world. That's the goal, okay? Number 1, we're all here together on this earth, and that's actually fantastic. Like, let's keep it that way. Let's focus on what unites us rather than divides us. I feel like that could be nice, actually. I don't know, maybe let's try it, feel like it could work out for the better, possibly. Next one, a little bit more personal. We're not doing this anymore. Any more tote bags. We don't need any more cotton tote bags. We don't need any more free tote bags. We don't need any more free branded cotton tote bags. We don't need it. We have enough. We have enough. I'm not suggesting you bin them. Honestly, if you have one, you need to use it because those things have a crazy high carbon footprint. So we need to be using those things to death, but we don't need any more of them. I used to be a massive tote bag user. I mean, I still am. I still have the tote bags because I would get free tote bags at like university and shit. And it was like, great. Now I don't need to buy a bag. It doesn't stop them being fucking ugly. And it doesn't stop the fact that we have billions of them. We don't need any more. Let's not waste our time. Maybe repurpose the ones that you have if you want to get rid of them. You could cut them up and sew something new with them, or literally just keep them in your bag of bags or in your car for when you need like a fucking shopping bag or whatever. I feel like I've used one to like post something before to like protect it. But while I'm on the topic of tote bags and while I have hatred deep within my heart, can I please just say this, because I've been quiet on this for too long and I have nobody to tell this to because it's literally the most irrelevant thing ever. But I just need to say how much I hate these Longchamp bags. I feel like they're the ugliest bags that have ever graced this earth. And I literally haven't seen anyone pull them off. Like, I'm really sorry. They look bad. I feel like they're a blight upon us every time I see them. I fear consumerism has brainwashed people with this one. Like, guys, it's not a look. It's not a good look. I feel like we got bags right, like, ages ago. We didn't need to go through all this. We really didn't. Like, the bag that I use now, firstly, I got third hand. Fantastic. It's a black leather bag. It has just enough space for, like, what I need day to day. And my grandma's bag is literally nearly fucking identical. We got this right, like, a long time ago. Like, why did we need to go through this? Why did we need to go through the tote bag hell that we went through? I don't know, but I think we might be on the way out, and I'm grateful for that. We just need to keep using these things until they disintegrate. That's it. Okay, I'm sorry about that one. Like, clearly I needed to get that off my chest. But while I'm on the topic of fashion, another thing I'd like to get rid of, okay, having a personal style. Yeah, I used to feel so bad that I didn't have a personal style, or I didn't present myself to the world in a way that I feel like reflects me as a person. But also, literally, what the fuck does that even mean? And like, in a way, I'm kind of perpetuating to myself that I should judge people by the way that they look. I definitely feel like it is nice to feel that you have some choice over how you present yourself, and it's nice to choose things that make you feel confident and make you feel good about yourself. We literally all do it, and we almost can't help it. Like, this is the world that we live in. As human beings that can see, I fear we are very visual creatures. Yeah, it's why I cut my hair short again. It's why I got a nose piercing. Like, I like the way those things look on me, and they do make me feel like more aligned with myself. But then I feel like it can tip a little too far, because it's like, okay, so then potentially everything about the way that we look can be a deliberate choice. So then you can feel like everything, like how you're presenting yourself and how other people are presenting themselves, everything about that is a choice to say something about myself to the world, about what I like or believe in. And I feel like that shouldn't be the case, and is actually a bit overwhelming when you're literally just trying to think about getting dressed for the day, which is something that we have to do every day for many different reasons. I feel like it may be impossible to completely move away from associating something about your identity with the way that you present yourself unless you've achieved enlightenment, then good for you. But I don't think everything we wear needs to be 100% in accordance with the idea that we have of ourselves in our brain, because that idea of ourselves is going to be constantly changing, and society's perception of this person in our brains that doesn't even exist is also going to change because society changes as well. So, can you really always dress like yourself anyway? Probably not. I feel like now I'm more focused on finding ways to appreciate the clothes that I already do have. Do I feel like they all visually reflect me as a fucking person? No. Some of them are purely functional. Some of them I have for a variety of different reasons. But it's all stuff that I already have. And any new things that I might need, I'm gonna get secondhand, which is something that I believe in. So therefore, I am dressing like myself because I'm dressing in accordance with my values, which is making use of what you already own and buying things secondhand, not buying things new. I haven't actually written this down, but one thing that we are leaving in 2026, we're not doing this anymore, buying things new. There's no need. Go to a charity shop, go on Vinted, go on eBay, ask your parents, ask a friend, ask a co-worker. I'm sure that thing already exists. We've made so many fucking things. We've made so many things that we actually don't need all the things that we've made, and we're now throwing them in the ocean or throwing them on random pieces of land, or we're burning them. We're literally destroying the planet because we're making so much shit that we don't want or need. So if there's something that you do want, I guarantee there's somebody else that has that thing that doesn't want it, or it's sitting somewhere, and if you don't buy it, it may be sent to landfill. As I learnt from Animal Crossing Wild World, one man's trash is another man's treasure, okay? We're not going in a single fast fashion shop again. We don't need to buy new clothes. We can buy old new clothes. We can buy old new furniture. If we want it, it's definitely out there. We've made everything. We don't need to make any more, actually. Let's just stop. I think we're all right. Don't we have enough clothes to, like, clothe the next fucking 7 generations or some shit? Like, we're good. We're fine, guys. Like, we're chilling. There's actually no need for us to go to H&M anymore. But the final thing that we're not bringing into 2026, we're not doing this anymore. Not making any attempt at veganism. Yeah. Please skip if you don't want any food chat. But I have historically had a shocking relationship with food that is far from healed. So I'm always extremely cautious to make any changes to my diet, any rules about my diet, because it tends not to go very well for me. I'm literally awful at cooking, which is, a source of shame and fear for me. So my partner does pretty much all the cooking. So me changing my diet is also a burden to put on someone else to deal with. But I need to just say right now, it's fucking shocking that cheese has like 3 times the carbon footprint of chicken. That's literally diabolical. That's offensive. It's not okay. So I do think that food and like clothes and items in your home are like 2 completely different conversations, because there are so many more barriers to changing your diet than there are to like not fucking buying fast fashion, in my humble fucking opinion. It's also not a human right to be fashionable. It is a human right to eat food and stay alive. But for the sake of the planet, which I would like to keep living on, changes need to happen here, and I would like to make some changes, and I'm capable of making some changes. So literally anything, like I just need to be doing something. So like I've started by just, when I'm running out of something, I'm just swapping the product for a vegan one. Like butter, I already know that I like vegan butter, the vegan fucking Flora butter. It's really easy for me to buy that and use that. It doesn't even taste any different. Yay. And we just ran out of pesto, so I bought some vegan pesto. Yeah, this is not anything radical. This is a very slow change that I'm doing, but I fear something needs to be done rather than nothing. In Lena Norm's book, Half-Ass Human, she gives like so many different ways that you can be a half-ass vegan, basically. And one that I'm trying at the moment is being vegan for breakfast. Breakfast is a very easy meal to make vegan. Like I literally just have a piece of toast and my vegan Flora butter and call it a day. And breakfast is a meal that you usually prepare and eat on your own, so you don't have to think about any social implications of what you're eating. So basically next year we're going to do something. Even if that's having your vegan butter, have your vegan butter, have your vegan pesto. It's better than burying your head in the sand and like pretending that this isn't happening. This is happening. Like it or not, this is happening, and cheese is contributing to the destruction of the planet. As much as I literally hate to say that, I don't want to be saying that, unfortunately it's true. Okay, moving on. So what are we actually going to do? This is what we're bringing 2026. We're going to carry this on and we're going to start doing this, okay? Number 1, reusing or repurposing gift wrapping. This Christmas, I actually haven't bought any wrapping paper, anything at all, because A, I saved everything that people wrapped for me for my birthday. I just opened it all really carefully, and then I reuse that. And B, in our house, we get like this bamboo toilet roll that gets delivered to your house, and recently, the most recent delivery of it, they all came wrapped in like this really gorgeous Christmas wrapping paper. But guys, I've been wrapping my Christmas presents in it. They look cute as fuck. They look really nice. I don't care that they're wrapped in like loo roll wrapping paper. It's not unsanitary, it's not been anywhere, and nobody receiving it should care either, okay? They should respect that I'm fucking resourceful and that they are even getting something wrapped in the first place, because otherwise they might have got a gift with no wrapping paper at all, okay, and they would have just had to deal with that. But instead they're getting cutely wrapped gifts, okay? We're saving money, we're saving the planet. It's a win-win. I'm sure there's other stuff like that you might find to reuse. Definitely save any gift bags you get, anything wrapped you get, any tins you get, like save all of this stuff because it comes in handy. On the reusing stuff subject, okay, now this is where I might be on something radical, something new, something fun, something exciting, okay? Reusing cards. That might be controversial because I don't know how people in this day and age feel about cards anymore. My family really like to give cards. That's their way of letting people know that they're still thinking about them or whatever. So I love to give cards as well. But my only problem was that I was starting to feel like they can be a little wasteful sometimes, especially when some of them can't be recycled, or people are just sending them out of like a sense of obligation. So the other person just opening it, being like, oh, that's nice, and throwing it away, basically. So I started watercolouring people's cards because for me, that was like a fun and creative way to like easily make it more affordable, more sustainable, and also more personal, because I love to send cards anyway, and I'm writing a big long message in it anyway. So it's a very natural extension of my expression of love and appreciation. But I was thinking about the cards that I receive and how I'm like, oh, I don't just want to like bin them, but equally I can't keep all of them. If they have a lovely message in it, I'm absolutely keeping it, or if it's really beautiful, I might keep it to decorate with. But the ones that are not too personal, or maybe I already have saved a bunch of cards from that person, I was thinking it actually could be a good idea to cut out pieces of the card and use that to almost scrapbook new cards, or just, you don't even need to use it to make cards. It could be for your own scrapbook or any other like creative thing that you do. So for example, this, I could cut out each individual letter, and then I could use that on different cards to say other words. Or this little guy, I can cut him out, he's holding some flowers. There's also like other little decorations on it that I could cut out. I could have these little butterflies cut out, and that could go on a random other card. Or I could use this bit here, which has some lovely lines of colour. I could use that as a background for a different card. There's even a little koala on the back there. I could cut him out. I just thought it was a nice idea to reuse them, and I haven't seen anyone suggest that anywhere before. So even though I'm sure I'm definitely not the first person to come up with it, I thought I would share because I'm really excited actually to try that out, and I think it's going to work well. I hope it works as well as it does, as I'm imagining it to in my mind. But also by hand making cards this year, I actually received quite a few handmade cards back. So it's something that I feel like definitely has an impact on the people that you send them to. It might make them think about making their own stuff or reusing other things. without necessarily having to sit down and have like a serious conversation about sustainability and keeping creativity alive in your life. It's relatively easy to do, but it does have an impact on people, and it's fun, and people love to receive homemade cards. And it's not as much of a burden, I feel like, as a homemade gift that they might not have a purpose for, or it's not to their taste, or it costs you a lot more to make. A card is very easy to keep, it's very easy to recycle, it's very easy to display it or keep it in a memory box or something. So yeah, even though handmade gifts are obviously fantastic as well, I think they are also fantastic, but I feel like a handmade card is like an amazing like in between. Last thing that I can be bothered to talk about, going analog. Guys, it literally feels so sick not to look at a screen. Especially not to look at your phone. One of my like seasonal winter goals has been to use my phone less, so I deleted Instagram. I've made my phone black and white just because it looks so much less appealing, so I'm so much less likely to spend time on it, because I was thinking, what do I actually use my phone for? And one of those things is obviously checking the time. So I had my great auntie's watch, which I got repaired, which, by the way, let's take repairing things into 2026 as well. Let's go. I got it repaired at a local independent clock shop. Didn't know that was still a thing. Love that is a thing. It was the best place in the world. It was full of clocks. Like, you literally couldn't move for how full this tiny shop was of clocks. And I got this tiny fucking adorable clock for my room from there, and I'm actually so obsessed with it. I just think it's the cutest thing in the whole world. It looks so cute. Anyway, I just love being able to check the time without looking at my phone. I know people knew about watches before, but I was really late to the party. I was never a watch wearer because I used to get really irritated by things on my wrist. Like, I couldn't wear any jewellery or anything like that. I still don't. I don't wear any bracelets. And I still do get a little bit irritated, so I only tend to put this on, like, if I know I'm leaving the house or I know I'm gonna need it. Especially because I have this little guy as well, so I don't always need to have my watch on. Also, just using paper instead of your phone or your laptop where it's possible and fun. Obviously, sometimes it's very useful to type things. Because for me, I'm not a very good short note taker. I feel like I write in full sentences. So it's so much faster for me to type things if I need to write a lot. But I have been religiously using my notebook since September, and I'm actually so wedded to it. I will write like my week out, everything I need to do, what I thought about the books I've been reading, just reflecting on the week, Christmas and birthday present planning, gift ideas, song lyrics for gigs I'm playing, goals for the season. Like, I've actually been living out of this thing, and I love it so much. It brings me so much joy. Not every page is beautiful at all. Some are very scrappy, some are very rushed. Some I spent a lot more time on and had a lot more fun with. But yeah, I'm literally so obsessed with this thing. It feels so much more special than using like Google fucking calendar or whatever, which I do still use a little bit for keeping track of like the whole year and like further in the future appointments and things. But day to day and week to week, this is what I use every day. I just have this open all the time, and I know exactly what I'm doing, and it's so much fun, and I love that. Also, instead of scrolling, yeah, I am 72, but actually these are really fun. I'm on number 109 Sudoku now. I don't want to seem high and mighty in this video, because these are all pretty much things that I've started actioning or being really passionate about this year. I'm absolutely not perfect, but these are things that I'm trying to do, and I feel really inspired by trying to live more in accordance with my values at the moment, and that's been really rewarding and comforting and fun and grounding. And yeah,